Most of us are familiar with those big, heavy, clunky wooden pallets. Of course, they're used to carry heavy material on a forklift. But a product with ties right here in Irving is giving businesses a new option. Tish Troutman is CEO of Pallet Solutions, and Greg Williams is Chief Operating Officer. Thank you both very much for being here.
Thank you.
Tish, let me start with you. What do we have here? Tell us about your product.
Well, it's a corrugated shipping pallet, and basically the exciting thing about it is that we can ship the same goods for less pounds, so we can actually save money in freight. It's a lot of money, and we can do extra amounts of savings in air freight.
Absolutely.
Most specifically, it's expensive.
Greg, the idea for this, where did it come from? How was the company born?
Well, it was in production for almost 10 years to try to develop a pallet made out of basically paper that could handle over 3,500 pounds. So it's taken us quite a while to reach the point of where we are now with all the folds and everything like that. But you know, corrugated pallets have been around for a while, but they've never been able to do what ours are capable of doing with the weight and everything as far as that goes.
Tell me again how much it can hold?
These can hold over 3,000 pounds apiece, and static weight up to almost around 10 to 12,000 pounds.
Without giving away big company secrets, is the secret in the folds, or how do you do that?
The secret is in the folds. As you can see with the way that all these are folded up, it's all the vertical pieces that go into this pallet that give it its strength.
Your company, I understand, Tish, is you're split, New York and here in Irving?
Yes.
Why that, and why Irving?
Well, I've been a friend of Irving forever, and I think everyone here is pretty much family, and that's why we came back to Irving. And of course we live here, so it's our home, and we're also in LA, which is we do a lot of produce on these pallets. So because of perishables, fish, floral, and produce, you know, we are able to move this freight much faster and actually with lighter weight, so we can save money. Wow,
you know, it's not really something you think about as you go to the produce section or as you consume the goods, that these things help move around.
Yes, and what's exciting about this only weighing 10 pounds is that I can carry it around. And so you have guys in the warehouse who are actually having to run and get a forklift, run over, pick it up, load it up, and we can actually store 180 of these in the same amount of space that you would normally store 20 traditional wooden pallets. So wooden pallets have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and now we have a new product that will change the industry. But it's also an education process. We have to teach and train that these things actually work, number one, and number two, we can save in a lot of other areas, such as fuel savings and workers' compensation. We have many workers' compensation injuries from splinters and nails and hurt backs and things like that. So, you know, I can lift this pallet in a retail location, go pop it in a baler, and then you get recycling revenue from that. So there's a lot of ways to save money, but there's also ways to make money too.
Greg, have you found that that's one of your challenges, to just educate industry and spread the word, not only that the product exists, but that it works?
Well, actually, that's our biggest challenge because you know, they've been making wood pallets since, you know, before Christ was born. So it's like, and they're just used to that, and it's really hard to get people
change the way of thinking.
So we really do have a structure where we can, you know, analyze what they're spending on wood and all their other expenses that are associated with that, and then compare it to what we can do for them. As far as I think you mentioned earlier about a fire, these aren't considered fire hazards, so they can actually store these in their warehouses and don't have to store them off-site that OSHA requires. So we can keep them all inside, and everything's, you know, just ready to go at a moment's notice.
Before we go here, either one of you chime in on this. How has the business community and climate here in Irving contributed to the success so far of your company?
Well, I think it goes back to being a part of the Irving Chamber, and they're always so welcoming, and it's like a big family. And anytime that we need anything, it's so nice to be able to call and be pointed in the right direction to what we're trying to accomplish. And at the end of the day, as a CEO, I see a very bigger vision of, you know, I want all of the end product to be cheaper for the consumer. You know, so along that supply chain, it could be taken anywhere. So we really want to get to that right person and help them save the money. And so it's just a very cool, sustainable product that we're no longer putting these in landfills.
Tish Troutman, Greg Williams.
Thank you.
Pallet Solutions, thank you both very much.